For as long as we've looked up at the stars, we've wondered if Earth is special. After all, it's the only place we know of that's bursting with life. It has the perfect mix of land, water, atmosphere, and temperature. Everything needed to sustain complex organisms. But what if Earth isn't the best place for life? What if there are planets out there that are even more suited for life than our own? It might sound crazy, but scientists have actually found planets that check more boxes for habitability than Earth itself. These so-called super-habitable worlds could have better climates, richer ecosystems, and conditions that allow life to thrive more easily than it does here. And the wildest part? Some of these planets are relatively close by, at least in cosmic terms. So, what makes a planet even better for life than Earth? It turns out there's a lot more to habitability than just being in the so-called Goldilocks zone. A planet also needs a stable environment, the right atmosphere, and the right kind of star to provide energy for billions of years. And while Earth does a great job of sustaining life, it's not perfect. Our planet has experienced mass extinctions, climate fluctuations, and asteroid impacts that have wiped out entire species. A truly super-habitable world might avoid some of these problems altogether. Let's start with one of the most promising candidates, Kepler 442b. This exoplanet, located about 1–200 light-years away, is slightly larger than Earth and sits in the habitable zone of its star. But what makes it stand out is its star itself, an orange dwarf that's smaller and cooler than our Sun. Why does that matter? Well, orange dwarf stars burn more steadily and last much longer than our Sun, meaning a planet like Kepler 442b could provide stable conditions for life for billions of years longer than Earth can. If life ever took hold there, it might have. Had an even bigger head start than anything we've seen on Earth. Then there's Kepler 22b, located about 600 light-years away. It's a bit bigger than Earth, about 2.4 times its size, but scientists believe it could be covered in vast oceans. If that's true, Kepler 22b might be the ultimate paradise for marine life, potentially teeming with creatures unlike anything we've ever seen. Imagine an entire planet where ocean life flourishes in ways we can't even imagine, where evolution has had millions or even billions of extra years to work its magic. But perhaps the most exciting discovery of all is Teegarden's Star B, a planet just 12 light-years away. That's practically in our cosmic backyard. It's almost the same size as Earth and orbits within the habitable zone of its small, cool, red dwarf star. What makes this planet so exciting is that it scores even higher than Earth on the Earth Similarity Index, a measurement of how well a planet's conditions match our own. In other words, if we were searching for a second home, Teegarden's Star B might be one of the best candidates we've ever found. And that raises an even bigger question. If these planets really are more habitable than Earth, could life already be thriving there? Could intelligent civilizations exist on worlds with better conditions than ours? Right now, scientists are using telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope to analyze the atmospheres of exoplanets for signs of life. They're searching for biosignatures, chemical markers that might indicate biological activity. And if we find something, that could change everything we know about our place in the universe. But here's a final thought. What if we aren't meant to stay on Earth forever? If some of these planets truly are super habitable, could they become our future homes? Right now, interstellar travel is still a distant dream, but as technology advances, who's to say that one day humanity won't set foot on a world better than Earth itself? Maybe, just maybe, our species will one day find that the best place for life isn't where we started. If Earth isn't the best place for life, then that begs the question, why does life even exist here? Did we just get lucky? Or is it possible that life naturally emerges on planets that are even better suited for it? Scientists believe that planets with slightly different conditions could actually be more life-friendly than Earth. One big factor? Size. Take Earth, for example. It's great for life, but its size means it has a finite amount of heat in its core. Over time, that heat is slowly escaping, and in a few billion years, plate tectonics will stop, shutting down the planet's natural climate regulation. If Earth were just a little bigger, maybe 10 to 20% larger, it could hold on to that heat much longer, keeping its surface more stable for billions of extra years. A super-habitable planet would also have a thicker atmosphere, offering better protection from harmful cosmic rays and helping to regulate temperatures more efficiently. But perhaps the biggest advantage a super-habitable world could have is its star. Our sun is a yellow dwarf star, and while it's been good to us so far, it won't last forever. In about 5 billion years, it will expand into a red giant, swallowing up Mercury and Venus before scorching the Earth. But if we were orbiting a more stable star, like an orange dwarf, our planet could remain habitable for tens of billions of years. That's more than double the time Earth has before it becomes uninhabitable. And that's exactly why scientists are paying close attention to exoplanets orbiting orange dwarf stars. These stars are smaller, burn more efficiently, and live much longer than our sun. A planet in the habitable zone of an orange dwarf could have life-friendly conditions for an incredibly long time, long enough for life to evolve in ways we can't even imagine. The search for alien life, if these planets are truly better for life than Earth, then why haven't we found alien civilizations yet? Shouldn't these planets be bursting with activity? The truth is, we're just now developing the technology to even begin looking for signs of life. The James Webb Space Telescope is already scanning exoplanets to detect chemical signatures in their atmospheres, things like oxygen, methane, and water vapor. If we find these in the right mix, it could be strong evidence that life exists. And that's not just speculation. Astronomers have already detected possible biosignatures on planets like K2-18b, hinting that we might be closer than ever to finding alien life. But here's where things get even more mind-blowing. What if intelligent life has already discovered us? If there are planets out there that are more habitable than Earth, with conditions more stable and supportive for life, it stands to reason that civilizations on those planets could have advanced far beyond our level. They could have had billions of extra years to develop technology, to explore the stars, and maybe even to visit other planets, including ours. Could that explain the UFO sightings and unexplained aerial phenomena reported over the decades? Could advanced civilizations from super-habitable planets be monitoring us, just as we're now starting to search for them? It's a wild idea, but it's one that scientists are starting to take more seriously. Are we looking at our future home? Now, let's take this one step further. If we do find that these planets are more habitable than Earth, what's stopping us from going there? Right now, interstellar travel is beyond our reach, but that could change. Scientists are working on breakthrough propulsion systems like nuclear fusion rockets and laser sail technology that could send probes, or even humans, to nearby star systems within a human lifetime. If we ever reach that level of technology, we might not just discover super-habitable planets, we might actually move there. Imagine a future where humanity leaves Earth behind, not because we have to, but because we found something even better. A planet with perfect weather, abundant natural resources, and an environment that makes Earth look harsh by comparison. A place where humans could live not just for thousands of years, but for millions. And the craziest part? That planet might already be out there, waiting for us to find it. For the first time in human history, we're on the verge of answering a question that has haunted us for centuries. Are we really special? Earth has always been our gold standard for life. It has the right temperature, a breathable atmosphere, and liquid water. Everything we need to survive. But what if it's not the best place for life? What if there are planets out there that make Earth look like a rough draft? Scientists are no longer just looking for planets that are similar to Earth. They're looking for worlds that could be even better. Planets with longer-lasting stability, thicker atmospheres, perfect climates, and more energy to sustain life for billions of extra years. And the evidence is mounting. These worlds might not just exist, they might be common. For decades, astronomers believed that finding a planet in the Goldilocks zone was enough. That's the region around a star where temperatures allow for liquid water, but now we know that's just one piece of the puzzle. A truly super-habitable planet needs more than just the right distance from its star. It needs a longer-lasting sun. Unlike our sun, which will burn out in a few billion years, orange dwarf stars can shine for tens of billions of years, giving life more time to evolve and thrive. It also needs to be slightly larger than Earth to hold onto its atmosphere better, keeping the climate stable and preventing deadly extinctions. A thicker atmosphere would act like a protective shield, reducing harmful radiation and keeping temperatures mild across the entire planet. And the perfect world would have a balance of land and water, too much ocean, and land-based life struggles, too little, and climate regulation becomes impossible. And guess what? We've already found candidates that check all these boxes. One of the strongest contenders is Kepler 442b, about 1,200 light-years away. It orbits a stable orange dwarf star, meaning it won't suffer the same fiery fate as Earth when the Sun expands into a red giant. Kepler 442b could offer life a longer, more stable existence than our own planet ever could. Then there's Kepler 22b, a world that might be covered in vast oceans. If life can thrive in Earth's oceans, imagine what could evolve in a global ocean that's had billions of years more stability. Entire ecosystems could exist, completely different from anything we know. And the most exciting one? Teegarden's star B, a planet just 12 light-years away. That's practically next door in cosmic terms. It's not just in the habitable zone, it actually scores higher than Earth on the Earth Similarity Index. If we were looking for a second home, this could be it. But these discoveries lead to an even bigger question. If these planets are more habitable than Earth, why haven't we found life there yet? If life can arise on Earth, a planet that's constantly hit by asteroids, plagued by climate disasters and facing mass extinctions, then what about a world that's more stable? Shouldn't it be teeming with life? The truth is, we've only just begun to search. The James Webb Space Telescope is now scanning exoplanets for biosignatures, chemical signs of life in their atmospheres. A single whiff of oxygen, methane, or water vapor in the right mix could be the proof we've been waiting for. But let's take this even further. What if intelligent civilizations already exist on these worlds? What if, on a planet more habitable than Earth, life had a head start on us, evolving millions or even billions of years before humans even existed? Would they be watching us, studying us the way we study exoplanets? Or maybe they already found us, but they see no reason to interfere. Think about it. If you lived in a perfect paradise, a world without war, disease, or environmental collapse, would you be interested in a species struggling to survive on a chaotic, disaster-prone planet like Earth? Let's be honest, Earth won't last forever. Between climate change, natural disasters, and the inevitable death of the Sun, humanity's future on this planet has an expiration date. If we want to survive long-term, we have no choice but to look beyond Earth. And what better destination than a world that's already better suited for life? Interstellar travel might seem impossible today, but breakthroughs in nuclear fusion rockets, laser sail technology, and even warp drive concepts could change everything. We might not just discover superhabitable planets, we might one day live on them. Imagine a future where humanity doesn't just survive, but thrives, on a planet with perfect weather, endless natural resources, and an environment designed by nature to sustain life effortlessly. A planet where humans could live for millions of years without the constant threats we face here. And maybe, just maybe, that planet is already out there, waiting for us to find it.